Hello folks, how you doing? Welcome to this beer review. It's a special beer review folks because, as some of you will know, I've made my own versions of beers recently, and this one we've got here today is a clone of a commercial brew. The commercial brew is Crouch Vale Brewer's Gold. There it is. Lovely beer. My version of this particular beer folks is here. I've tried to get as close as I can to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open them both up. And they've both been in the fridge, so that's absolutely fine. Now the colour, I'm telling you now, will be completely off because I didn't use the same malt as is in the Brewer's Gold. As you can see, it's a very light beer. I used slightly darker malts because it's an extract version. I was going to get extra light malt, but I didn't. So the colour is going to be different. But hopefully the taste will more than make up for it. Bit of a head on that one. So we'll put that one down there to rest while we have a little bit of a chat about the Brewer's Gold beer. It's brewed at Crouch Vale Brewery in South Woodham Ferrers in Essex. Whee! The Essex boys love a little bit of that. And it says it's a craft brewed ale produced in the same way as the cask conditioned Supreme Champion Beer of Britain 2005-2006, and then cold filtered and expertly bottled. Brewer's Gold is a power, refreshing and uncompromisingly hoppy beer with a gorgeous aromas of tropical fruits, a bittersweet mouthfeel and a lasting hop presence. So what have we got here then? Well, let's have a little bit of a whiff on the commercial version. Very light, not masses of aroma coming off that, but the Brewer's Gold hop is quite a low alpha acid hop. We'll compare it to my one. Again, the smell is very similar. Now obviously you've got to take my word for this folks, but I wouldn't lie to you. Colour wise, obviously mine's different. It's got a bit of a head on it, but that's just because I poured it rather urgently, so ignore the head, that will go down soon. This one, the bottle version, very light, looks like a lager, doesn't it? So let's dive into this one. Very refreshing, lots of citrus tones on there. I'm getting like a slight melony, lemony, beautiful notes on the tongue, very crisp, very refreshing, and beautiful beer folks, beautiful beer. It really is a nice beer. Compared to my one though, this is where the fun begins. Have another taste of this one. Right, what I will say, the bottled version is a lot more clean and crisp than my version. However, as far as the hoppage is concerned, it's pretty much spot on. It doesn't taste a million miles apart from the commercial version. Maybe mine is just a tad more bitter, just a tad. There is no information on this particular bottle as to with regards to the IBUs on that. I haven't looked it up on the internet. I can't remember whether I was able to find that information or not before I started on this particular beer. But they're not far apart, folks. Oh right, the colour is way off. If I'd used extra light malt, I probably would have been able to match the colour. But it's all about the taste really for me. Of course, using light malt extract, you're not going to get the exact match on the malt, but you can come close, you know, you can come close. And I think this isn't a bad first attempt. It's the first time I tried to match a beer like this in this fashion. My one's got a fantastic head on it, by the way. Let's see if we can release some of those aromas. Lovely head on there. Yeah, we can smell a sweetness in this one, but it's interesting because on the tongue it's a little bit bitter. But again, instantly hit by citrus. Brewer's Gold hops, folks. If you like the sort of citrusy tone, very clean kind of beer, give it a go. Try this one out. The Brewer's Gold Crouch Vale, Essex. So it's got to be good, and it's from Essex. Etc. Yeah, not wholly successful because I didn't match the colour, but the head on mine is a lot better than the one on the bottle. Match it together. Mine's got some lovely lacing on. That's got a little bit, a small amount of lacing if that's your thing. The head, actually, if you put them both together, there's not much in it, I guess. Mine is a little bit thicker. The head on mine, just slightly thicker than the bottled version. But otherwise, as far as aroma goes, my one's got a little bit more going on than the bottled one. Yeah, just a little bit, not, you know, massive amounts, but taken together, very nice beer, folks. So if you want to give this one a go, I'll stick the recipe underneath here and you can have a little look for yourself. Obviously it's the extract version. You can swap the malts around if you want to do an all grain version of it, or, you know, just do maybe a gallon batch. You don't have to do a big batch version. I chose to do a big batch version of it because I really liked this beer, the Brewer's Gold from Crouch Vale. And no, I don't work for them, sadly. But yeah, get it at your local supermarket, folks. Obviously you won't be able to buy my version, but you can make your own and enjoy it, because it really is a beautiful beer. I'm going to go away now and drink these two, and what I'll do is I'll come back at the end and I'll give you a lasting impression on which of these two beers I enjoyed the most. Alright, and I'll see you in a bit. Bonjour, yes, I'm back, folks. Now, I have had the time off camera to drink these two beers. My one is completely gone. No reason for that, it's just I drunk it. The Brewer's Gold beer from the supermarket, as made by our friends Crouch Vale Brewery in Essex, is the winner though, I think. And there are a number of reasons why this is the winner. One, it's obviously a superior beer. The colour is completely different to the one I brewed. It's got that kind of all grain dryness about it, and I know I keep banging on about this thing, but it's not something that you get in an extract beer, and it's just something I've noticed, folks. It's really hard for me to describe what it is exactly, but it tastes like an all grain beer to me. I can't really explain it any clearer than that. It's a lot cleaner and crisper than my version. However, what I will say is my version tastes good too. Although it didn't look the same colour wise, there's still quite a lot of flavour in there. Very impressed with the end result. To score it out of 10 though, what I would say is this one gets an 8.5, my one 7.5. So it's not too far behind. If I'd used a paler malt, maybe very light malt extract, and you know, I could have done an all grain version of it, but I didn't. Then it would be more or less, you know, matching that colour. But that's unusual for an ale to be that colour. It's more of a sort of a lager malt colour, isn't it? But yeah, this is on the top, folks. Not as bitter as my one either. Just about the right amount of bitterness for my palate. My one, just a little bit too bitter. Probably put a little bit too much in initially on the boil. However, perfectly decent beer, folks. You can brew yourself decent beer using extract and some hops on the stove. So yeah, it was an interesting experiment. I definitely repeat it again. In fact, I've done the Ghost Ship clone, so look out for that one. Over the course of the next couple of months or so, we'll revisit it and we'll see how we get on with that one. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-da!